There have been periods over the course of history where getting a job was extremely difficult. When I graduated during the GFC, young people were toast. It was really hard. And that has happened over and over and over again. And at some point, the labor markets cooled and people were able to get absorbed into it. I also think that this time is different, particularly for this young cohort, because all of this grunt work is being automated. It's scary. I'm a techno optimist. I think that technology has and does a lot of amazing things, and that we as in society always figures it out and we get to the other side. And that's true, but it doesn't mean that there's not a lot of people that are displaced in the meantime. And so while society is not going to crumble and we're going to be better in the future, we always are, the people that are feeling the pain right now, I don't know where they do or what they turn to, because these jobs are not coming back. So for example, a Bloomberg article today, OpenAI has more than 100 ex-investment bankers helping to train its artificial intelligence staff on how to build models as it looks to replace the hours of grunt work performed by junior bankers across the industry. And here's the dark part. They're paying people $150 an hour to write the code that's going to wipe out potentially tens of thousands of future jobs.
It's going to wipe out billions in salaries.
They're paying $150 an hour to wipe out billions in salaries. So this is happening here, obviously, and it's going to happen in many industries. And I think if you're not concerned, like,
wake up, right? If you're not concerned, what are you paying attention to? I think the first chapter in my new book, Just Own the Damn Robots, was the name of it. It's based on a blog post I wrote years ago, 10 years ago probably. And I opened up that blog post and the chapter of the book with this excerpt from Player Piano by Kurt Vonnegut. When I read that story this morning that you just referenced, so this chapter, there's a fictional character named Rudy, and Rudy is a machinist who's worked in this factory for 40 years. And they tell him he's retired, but he has one last job to do. His last job, his last day of work, he has to train this machine. Vonnegut wrote this in the 50s. I want people to understand this. The machine is mimicking what this man does with his physical movements. And when he's done training this machine, the management class, they come to him and they say, okay, thank you so much. Your work is done here. You're off to the R&R. And the R&R in that book is this community outside of town of former factory workers whose new job is, I think it's like wrecks and reclamation or something. Basically, like when a bridge breaks, they have the worst jobs. They have to pick up a dead animal on the side of the road. That's what happens to these people in Player Piano. And when I read things like that today, it's insane that Vonnegut could picture that 70 years ago, and it's happening right now. But I also think some of these things, we really do want to take these as signposts for what's to come.